파송 장암 자와 라만 제노산업 투제에 들진구름 남니 전종네 달래진도 공존저자 라마된 제노 라마와 보면고 제노 주저 주거로 나저제 나소 능랭은 고전나 대진도 배신도 종조 라마 진르스 원진 와살롱 노나즈제 자도동하 제네제장 감성korwa 영내 종종 라마 비먼 종는 진홍어요 비마오네 제제 자매 본방냠다 토제녀가 예도 점주 라마이신 소전 진홍 거주대 조네제제 대대다소 시변소라 덜베존제 제모존조 가들 주빌라마 진노 송조예 젤로네제제 나준주베 만강도네 도베냐마 이샤완주지 군친 지메즈른 진노 선조응아로네제제 가다공베 절진조나 남진타르 삼반주지 냠미 조업스 진노 거딜로 은혜제제 도니니지 님보진제 선심줄라 제원주지 춤초맘에도 숨진노 대진도 예네제제 대동사진 총의르변 유근영을 세번주지 제띠완소 걸모본진노 거절운 예네제제 요군데메 제마도나 나선거서 야완주진 가주집예 중진 제노로노도 배예네즈제 내가제예 tör바사나 냠톤타르세반주지 집중 고마나가 제노 콘데예르메 노네제제 난다타고 주숨드베 산람조 그반주지 냐메 샹바 가준지노 nom다선 예네제제 다그냐네 저인조나 말로송조 예반주지 습신 탄동절본진노 솔미토 노네제제 내미도베 Trajodrona Lonsera Dahavan Zujin Pachik Tamba Sonjin Chino Lero Tru Yene Zishe Vasana Nina Shin Tendra Somin Chavan Zujin Machik Labje Durmo Chino Shirapat Lone Danzen Himze Tene Chujan Dami Dudar Den Tong Zujin Kunshin Torpo Sanjin Chenan Kuncho De Yene Zeshe Pavavana Vamangana Podradorji Katham Zuji Jepsun Tarana Tanchino Namsan Po Yene Zishi Dorje Sana Kimidunan Jalun Karju Daban Zuje Jamyan Chinze Bonjino Chini Yene Zishi Meshiloye Mambasanan Jinronama Jepan Zuje Asa Trupi Dorjen Chenon Jazevung Alone Zishe Telon Semjin Chamatana Yunu Bungo Sanjon Zuje Biman Dongalimbo Chino De Donjurme No Nezeshe Yardan Jase Gomba Tada Dagayonso Kornun Zuji Ngavayon Den Jamson Chino Ye Son Jolo Nezeshe Denzin Shurje Zamson Da Chen Zujin Jase Lodrun Toyin Chino Sondo Ninjeng Nezeshe Dokon Chen Chin Pamar Shina Jinping Adornment Zuje Emma Cardia Wanson Cheno De Chen Yene Zishe Tonga Yeshe Adorna Pantonin Shepan Zuje Tenye Yangzhong Lembo Chino Sibye Nyam Nye Ne Zeshe Magunarma Jula Jina Todru Tunya Jebon Zuje Chenchin Tsawe Lama Jino Chizu Dik Ne Zeshe Rane Chuku Ran Yarjane Sechi Sanje Draparam Zujin Yamadon Simjin Lenge De Dojen Tome Tunan Koa Yonan Taro Dong Don't chin taba dribla la la janova la lo do lo jar la man chino toji nyarda zamala donde dribara senja Mashi Sadhana lupa chijamenda jijin into paran rayan nirvani dun jagujayura duru sibenira Lama chino toje nyarda zalome lona thongwa sinye nyindu dupen soso dra senhe saben orde yinje Jibelu chan yorda bona sanam chi pado tomin ko lama chino tuji yorda zaje chan gume to para sinje Jepe me ba na pundu na sala jaloma trapu jamnet Mado shinji apone de jendo zoga ngendo donga nyung Lama chino toji nyarda zangen sayang le tawara senje ranchung rubo samyang konda bayin chung me atanyang rojim Yung tin chung ze me chan zang bo lang chu pe men da chu pe konan lama chi no tuk jin ya da za rang du nga ja she sin ye lo ten bong dan zin gong bo kong do ja sam che tom che per ve se che tom che me ge an re ve chen thar pe lam do so zang ma Lama chino toji nyarda zangan zine chup ngara sinjel tenpon dozin tume zana gata mega je tsingi zana zube kocha Nyanta toyo ninji seme jiyo sundu sene dubet lama chino toji nyarda semju jidan reba arsinjel Korwa nyimbo mela nyimbo zotogu serdu tindung lenge Kogu tsayang gugu sesama mebden jume chuje ransen Lama chino toji nyarda zatanda loye tongwa sinje listen dunga chama mezo jang endo dola mezo Jende lumin son tongjin gewa meru dekbe yola Lama chino toji nyada zala yichi jewa sinje Dala dosin nila chasin jalanda nela tomo manda Jujin jutsi semo niwa sho jume jutsi angbo sar Lama chino toji nyada Namo do chombara senje Sene tena yanda chubeza nanda ransem chudamand Drdu yindu nyamang kona bachindan tetse chuben chanda Lama chino toji nyada zaranjo rangan thongara senje ranjo nge barange matobe chube zuzon chume nazo Nyama mege la la shuje go gelo ya ya chi ja ya ya Lama chino toji nyada zaranjo rangun thongara senje Share so yin chela papa nyere lunje ranjo sese Lama tenjin magaram jera chela zedong tanan chechong Lama chino toji nyada zamago ranjo tawara senje Chamro semji sondeb senaya mago ninje tene machi Sezo wanju chubju gebjana selo tsamne juto makhe Lama chino toji nyada zachize chusun rora senje Dade duli dongha tamjin Yinpin semji sanji drupsong Semcho chi jang rando poso jo Yinpin taji yinu shola Lama chino toji nyada Dajin jewa nubara senje Sanje nguna lama marazan damza tumbe gaden ange Rando mazon sena yijidan depcho nana tezon lode Lama chino toji nyada zamagu drimen bhavara senje Ransin sanje yinjang omashi namdo chugu yinjang tuma Mapju nyuma injang chomana rama nelo injang ima Lama chino thoji nyada zarang ransa dovara sinje Yongin chiwa nine temata pini tamju tsurjin druma Dingi linde lander tsurjin Tungyi matin Lama chino thuji nyada zayeme tembe Semba sinje Lengi nime tunda jangarze tomje dongajur Chongin namji depe chime ya tume lema gebyoyim Lama chino tuji nyada jula nubara sinje Tangbo somju chule mebaya Tama chumde korwang Tabe lo tu mege seje janden do nimbe magodan Lama chino thuji nyada tamchu tara sambara sinje Yoshi tene jewa sinje la lome lona thongara sinje Jewa nene temba sinje la lela yeche jewa sinje La la parche me para sinje la drabla tundru para sinje Jenge lando lombara sinje la nimbo rancho tobara sinje Jume megu jewa sinje la nelo rayon jewa sinje Rane nyewe seba sinje la charna yezo juba sinje Teji sonji Napa sinje la sorva dipso lama rambo Dame budo chenchin chije karme dala resa chile Toye yemin repara sinje la sorva dipso lama rambo Dame budo chenchin chije karme dala resa chile Toye yemin repara sinje lo
Precious Guru, I supplicate you, kind my Lord, I cry out with longing, unfortunate I want hope is you. Bless me that we mingle our mind indivisibly.
Oi dolo doma sebe dan par sebe ge tarba dan tham chen chen be par du ju ba se ba tham nam che je zo se mai nam ga dan yan be sim chen tham che de wa dan den dong ha dan char nyu du la na me ba yan to ba zo be san cho ren ba ho ba sa.
All mothers, sentient beings, limitless space, especially those enemies who hate me, abstractors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mothers, sentient beings, limitless space, especially those enemies who hate me, abstractors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Sancho Tona Jebata, Sancho Simba La Bala, Teda Rimjan Nebata, Devjin Dola Lindonda, Sancho Simne Jibjeje, Devjin Tuna La Bala, Rumba Jindo La Barje.
I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path.
Sanje Chudan Chojin Chonala, Sancho Bardu Dane Japsum Che, Daga Jim Sojin Besunam Je, Dola Pensa Sanjin Barjo.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Manam Kadan Yambe Simchin Tamche Deva Dan Devejo. Dembar Churche, Donga Dan Donga Jejo Dan Travar Churche, Donga Mebe Deva Dan Mandrava Church, Nyeren Chadan Yidon Trave Dan Hyola Nepa Churche.
May all sentient beings, limitless space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. In praise of the 12 deeds, homage to the Buddha Shakyamuni. You I shall praise, who first awakened the mind of enlightenment, then completed the accumulations of merit and wisdom, and now in this age, through the vast sway of your actions, have become the Lord and protector of living beings. Homage to you, who having taught the gods knew the time had come to tame the human world, and descending from the god realm like a great elephant, foresaw the family of your birth and entered the womb of Maya Devi. Homage to you, Prince of the Shakya, born after 10 months in the auspicious Lumbini grove, where Brahma and Indra revered you, your supreme marks proving you were destined to be enlightened. Homage to you, Lion among men, in all your youthful vigor, displaying your prowess in the games at Anga Magadha, where you triumphed over the proud contestants, so that not one could stand as your rival. Homage to you, who to comply with worldly convention and avoid all misdeeds, took on a queen and courtiers, and by acting with such skillful means, so you ruled the kingdom. Homage to you, who saw that samsara only fertile, renounced the life of a householder, and traveling through the sky, ordained yourself before the Vishuddha Stupa. Homage to you, who intend on persevering till enlightened. For 6 years practice austerities on the banks of the Narayana, and taking diligence to its ultimate perfection, attain the supreme samadhi. Homage to you, who seeking to make meaningful all your efforts made throughout beginningless time, sat unmoving in the Vajra posture beneath the Bodhi tree in Magadha, and awakened into true Buddhahood, attaining perfect enlightenment. Homage to you, who in your compassion gazed at once upon living beings, then turned the wheel of Dharma in sacred places like Varanasi, and established disciples in the 3 miracles. Homage to you, who destroyed evil-minded opponents by defeating the 6 teachers of the Tiktikas, Devadatta and the rest, as well as the Maras in Varanasi. You were the mighty sage, victorious in battle. Homage to you, who performed great miracles in Shravasti, unmatched in the splendor in all the 3 realms, and through the offerings made by gods, humans, and other beings, cause the teachings to prosper and increase. Homage to you, who to spur the lazy on the Dharma, left your body, though immortal and like a Vajra, and passed into Paranirvana in the pure abodes of Kushinagara. Homage to you, who to show that you had not really perished, and so the being in the future could gain merit, emanated a wealth of relics and caused your remain to be divided into 8 portions. Through the merit of briefly praising in this way the great acts of the Lord who is master of the teachings, may the actions of all living beings come to equal those of the Sugata himself, the Sadhana.
Dharma chame pema kunga tan chele wan jong shi ra tra pe sha dan zan tong zhe dan zan chele ye kar ma nge dong dan ba ra je sha真前早就那么通天，那所万的所，圣洁乐的所。
Lord of Avalokiteshvara, Geloma Palmo, Yeshe Sangpo, Dawashunu, Pegyapa, Changsem Dragyal, Ningpupa, Poten Drojegyal, Sankton Drijik, Kempo, Tildrulwa, Dewachempa, Scholar, Chusangwa, Shera Bumpa, Gyalse Rinpoche, Konchok Sampo, Lama Ngawa, Changchup Senge, Kenchik, Nyakpupa, Sonam Dar, Jampel Sangpo, Sangye Nepa, Mikyo Dorje, Konchek Yelang, Wangchu Dorje, Choki Wangchuk, Ngagi Wangchuk, Tultu Dubye, Tenpa Namgyal, Karma Chagme, Pema Kunga, Trilin Wangchuk, Sherab Trapa, Tenzing Duduk, Master Tenzing Chile, Karma Ngedon, Tempa Rabge, and all the root and lineage gurus of great kindness, I supplicate you, please grant me your blessings.
Sadhana Sabjita Semalazo Bada Lam Terdanyam Benduya Ram Yin Jambanej Malu Sem Jingunj Jurjen De Ponje Mebzen Yom Zela Namalu Jivjen Chinjurbe Yom Den Korjenend Yesu Su Ton Song Gandanyam Baje Emandabje Saje Deshyayam Demberlana Jebdervana Yusoso Samsarvadam Chuji Japadam Yesayaram Kushin Sorvaye Geva Chunzeda Gechib Saba Tam Chezom Sengo Sem Chinam Jesambatan Loye Seda Chedarva Chetong Tumon Tebaye Chujin Kolo Gorduso.
May the entire surface of the earth become a pure land, free from stones and gravel, even like level palm, and in nature smooth like lapis lazuli. Protector of all sentient beings without exception, deity who destroyed the endless host of Mara, perfect knower of all things without exception, victorious one and retinue, please come to this place. As I offer you these pleasant and white lotus flowers, as big as billions of worlds, each with 100 petals and the pollen beds, please be seated and be comfortable. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing and requesting and beseeching, I dedicate for the complete enlightenment of all beings. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings.
Namkadang Nyambe Simchin Tamchi Namchi Onome Bayang Daba Zope Sanje Je Kompang Toparsa Jeda Tukpachin Sobjong Nangne Songwarsa Nyambe Sanchok Chodo Simchi Patan Jede Sinchal Tayang Dun Chimina Jebe Domba Songane Timinje Tuna Nine Ina Jebe Domba Shi Chimbetu Songza Tang Teni Tikin the Sanchok Je Simje Simbegone Nyamso Lana Nichu Domba Chumsa Jershen Daram Pakpa Chinese Kiram Laya Namjertan Jeva Nyamso Lana Sangha Save Juje Katop Dan Domba Yina De Jerva Yin Tayang Hunji Jerva Setan Jepa Namjen Jepa Churkangimba Teni Ranju La Chekso Jashin Tele Mandawa Domba Chumsan Domba Shi Chakpa Yimba Jetarang Hunje Shipala So Rumdr Chungze Mena Tayang Zopa Sanje Namne Chuni Tevjini Tang Jiso Antumba Shikpana Tevjin Shikpa Dubya Dratang Charvana Drachomba Panto Jayung Tayang Tapa Zoshin Marik Nintok Taga Sangla Shibze Chutamche Todu Jepana Yang Zopa Sanje Penna Kullo Jirve Jebo Tajang Shite Dan Dale Yola Soban Jopana Gangna Nupa Mepa Ne Jokrang So Yawa Torte Jepo Teni Songa Yin the Simchin Tamche Tarpatan Tamchin Chimbe, Lama Nurbatun, Jindung Kona, Lerenze Bana, Dajan Shitabe, Namkatan Yambe Simchin Tamchela, Mapjurjindo, Pindobo, Tukba Chimbe, Kurnamchin, Tukba Chimbo, Lana, Dundun Bana, Langbo Chimbo, Randun Tarsin Bana, Sawa Seja, Jindung Lolen Bana, Sipa Sepa, Lenyun Dugdip, Lenyun Dugdip Bangbana, Corpo. NyungNe pa kompang pa na ranga tung ji so to pa korwan ne le ma tarwa se pa na tangi da nyum pa le tham che se pa na si pa kun do jo wa yong so se thom tha pa do ge we chu tum ba na yang ta pe kwa si pa chen wa tham che je pa na la pa nam ba tro tho nam ba tham chen chen ba yi shi nga wa na la pa nam ba tro shirap ji 대다게 시바는 강게 지서로 대진 식바 용띵띵 대지서 제달로 군노 상축제 심자 땀바지 난동 야와도와나 심친 탐제제 동제 설다 내갑 눈토라 고바나 핀바사베 설다 탐통인득난 고바나 조와사베 설다 신내렌다장바나 목게미 바사베 설다 Shedang Jumre Jambana, Nemi Parsave, Serta, Lamsan Chukje Soje, Chuna Yonso Zoparsave, Serta, Revo Lana me Payang Tapa, Zopo Sancho, Oparsave, Serta, Jeketa, Orjin Sanjin Bishan, Gewa Tata, Yanda Soa, Tang, Dikpa Malu, Nambar Jonga, Gipsu Serta, Dikpa Nam Jong, Ser, Devin Shik, Savo Sob Jong Kasa Doshi. Songbata, Sobjonga Domba, Chetar Lanshi, Songwa Tetar de Dagijan, Simchin Tamchije, Dongda, Pembata, Jorwala, Sopa, Gupa, Dage, Ser, Tutata, Nezon de Gypsy, Sanyama, Mashaje, Pardo, in Latin, Jip, Domba Lana, Lana Manyan Bachurjindo, Songwa Givonia, de Jidu.
Now listen with the motivation of bodhicitta set upon supreme awakening and think, having taken the healing and purifying Sojourn vows of the great vehicle, I will keep them so that all sentient beings, limitless as space, may attain the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. The observation of the 8 temporary vows of the lesser vehicle referred to as the 8 branches one day NyungNe vow. It's observed by householders. When these vows are observed while imbued with the intent of bodhicitta in accordance with the Mahayana, they become the discipline of refraining from misdeeds. In this practice, one combines the observance of the temporary vows with the generation stage practice of the deity yoga of noble Avalokiteshvara. And for this reason, it becomes a yogic practice of the action tantra, Kriya Tantra class of the secret mantra, and a branch of the secret mantra vows. Thus, when one commits to apply one's own mind stream in the manner of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, and one does not transgress their voice, it's called the discipline of vow restraints, or a vow. The following is a brief commentary on the meaningful parts of the text, one by one, beginning with, just as the previous Tathagatas, Arahats, the perfectly complete Buddhas. Since the perfectly complete Buddhas are those who have proceeds in accordance with the natural state just as it is, they are Tathagatas, thus gone ones. Because they have separated from the enemy, the 4 Maras, they are Arahats, 4 destroyers. And since they have completely perfected the qualities of renunciation and realization, having awakened from the deep sleep of ignorance and having come to understand all noble phenomena, they are perfectly complete Buddhas. For example, when the heavenly steed of a wheel-turning king enters into battle with enemy, it does so intrepidly and without travail. It is willing to forsake its own life in order to protect the king. Likewise, because they show the unmistaken path to liberation and omniscience to all sentient beings, and because they are solely devoted to the purpose of others, the Tathagatas are like a heavenly steed. Furthermore, because It is with great compassion that they carry the burden of benefiting all sentient beings as limitless as space without being asked, and since they are also demonstrate the unsurpassed meaning of the Mahayana, they are like a great elephant. Furthermore, having brought their task to completion, they did what needed to be done. Having actively sought the benefit of others, they have completed their tasks, abandoning the obscuration of karma and afflictions. They have laid down all the burdens, having achieved nirvana, the state beyond sorrow, and they reach their own goal. Due to eliminating all distorted views which prevent escape from the samsaric state and all the afflictive emotions, they have completely destroyed the bonds to existence. By demonstrating the Dharma that is virtuous in the beginning, middle, and end, the speech is utterly perfect. Having severed all ties with samsaric existence, their minds are perfectly free. And because they possess the wisdom that knows everything, the wisdom is completely liberated. This describes the qualities that arise in whomever follows the example of the Tathagatas. Thereafter, since the Tathagatas have forsaken concern from themselves in order to show others how to train in motivation of bodhicitta, it says that they act for the sake of all sentient beings. Because they temporarily establish beings in a higher birth, they benefit them. Because they ultimately establish beings in definite goodness, they liberate them. Because they have purified karmic result of stinginess, it says they eliminate famine. And because they have purified the karmic result of hatred, it says that they act to heal beings from illness. Furthermore, the complete perfection of Dharma directed towards awakening, accomplished by them, is a path, and the definitely realized, unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening accomplished by them is a result. Regarding this practice, the second Buddha, Padmasambhava of Vajrayana, had said, "It fully restores so all virtue and purifies jhong all negativity without exception." Since it restores virtue and completely purifies negativity, the Tathagata has called this the practice of sojourn. Thus, it is said that one should think, "I shall take up and keep the sojourn vows properly, and for the sake of all sentient beings, I shall benefit them and thereby liberate them," and so on. With this intention, I shall take up the 8 branches vows and keep them properly and without corruption from this very moment until sunrise tomorrow. Keeping this in mind, one repeats accordingly.
Sojourn yukpe sanje dang,
Jochon nashu sepe sangye dang,
sanchok samba tamche dang,
samchon chenpa tapnye dang,
jomden de nyami shakje jerpo dang,
jomde de nyame shakya galpo dang,
pakpa chine ze wamsok dala gongso sor,
papa chenrezi wangchu dala gonsu sol,
chetar hunje te shikpa,
Deter jitet kongi deshik shepa,
dra chomba yang takpa zokpe sanje,
da chompa yang dapa zope sangye,
ta chan shi tawe,
tache chitabu,
langpo chenpo,
langpo chenpo,
sawa seshin,
chawa cheshin,
sepa sepa,
jepa chepa,
korporwa,
popuwa,
dage tongji so topa,
dagi guze so topa,
sipa kundo jorwa yongso sepa,
sipa kundu jowa yosu sepa,
yang takpe kwa,
yang dakpe ka,
lekpan number chorwe thok,
depan apa dowe tuk,
lekpan number chorwe shirap chin ten namji,
lepan nampa dowe sherab chen de nangki,
simchin tamche je tongje sertang,
semchen tamche ki chezi do ki cherdang,
pimbar sawe sertang,
Pempa chawe chidang,
rowar sawe sertang,
rowa chawe chidang,
ne mi par sawe sertang,
ne me pa chawe chidang,
moge mi par sawe sertang,
muge me pa chawe chidang,
sanchok je soje,
chanchu ki choki,
chuna yongso zopar sawe sertang,
chunam yonso zopa chawe chidang,
lana mi pa yang takpa,
Lana me pa yang da par.
Zokpo san chok tokpar sawe ser.
Jokpe chang chung chopa chawe cheer.
Sobjong in parlang ba te jinder.
Songjung ne par la pa tenji shindu.
Da BuNima shi jiwe jang.
Dag shekit pe nudi ni sunt.
Dundane zongde.
Duden ne sunte.
Gypsy Sangyama ma sharje barder.
Jisen sangi ma sha ki bardu.
Sobjong in pa yang ta pa lamar je wo.
Sojourn pa yang pa da pa la pa ji o. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant, did what had to be done, completed the task, and laid down all the burdens, reached their own goals, and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose minds are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, and heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of sojourn. In the same way, I who am called from now on until sunrise tomorrow shall most definitely and perfectly take up the sojourn vows. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant, did what had to be done, completed the tasks, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of sojourn. In the same way, I who am called from now on until sunrise tomorrow shall most definitely and perfectly take up the sojourn vows.
Teyang dun chimin la jembe donba shi sawa la tsuchum je yin la bie, bayu je yin la jik, turyok je yin la sumna yu pa le tangbo rangju, je ni ju nam donba. Asipa tsuchum je yin la yin ne donba tamche je zawa yin ba na, zawa ye shi zade, teyang menyan zhowa da je. Tana sok chaso tokpa shikso yinchi je sok mu ju padang je. Yin je da de zong ju ze chenpo da je mu. Tana kap ku pa che kam chik jang ma zin pa ma lin padang yin. Pomo yin de den chukpe dewa dong de nyewa da je mu. Chak sem je ping sung da wa zang yang me zi pa ne ma zang pa ju ma zang pa. Ju pa bang pa da som. Rang la salam je yung ting mi jang yung ting yu pa jun pa me chu la me jun chen po. Da jen, ta na ge re dang zin mi se re yin la war si pa si pe jun man ha pa dang ye yin. Ba yu jin yin la jen ne chang pong pa yin. Den den ma bang na rang ju pa mi dun jo xin chang gen yin ne lang der je ne tam chi mi xi jen rang ni don pa lang wa yang yi ne. Me gewe ju pa don pa kang yang song me nu pa na ro ne. So re yan chang dang zhang dang me do so yin pap dang jer wa ju ben chang dang yin yang xing do da. Za wa la so yu pa re si pe za dong tam je bang gu pa de yin. Tor yok jen. Yin la sen ne rang ni dom ding yin pe zhin pa song we je den chen na ne pa je da ra ju pa jie pa de da don ne. Gia se jen ze ju zang mo ji se lo gong ji se xiu pe. Tor yok jen chor gek dang zi chu je sam ga war dang zin ding so zhe xiu mo lu la go wa me do. Dang ren bo che la so pen re Chungwa Lula, Jimbar, Sipa, De Mayipa, Nachata, Dogo, Lasso, Pangman, Jinja, Rexum, Zemodan, Yege, Cheddar, Luji, Yina Yowata, Naga, Tam Nato, Navaso, Pongwan, Garchen Namba, Zewa, Tejinja, Cooktan, Denjotan, Denbanag, Lolimba, Powang, Ningwaso, Romon Butcher, Sipa, Nang Pongwa, Zemo, Rexis, Sum. Tu mayin pa nyama yor pinche kompa dongwa sewe chota jaso dongwa le tripa sewar si pe sin dan chin yu xing tong la so zap jia nam long ma je zhe gang le lak pa chi ting tun bo rang jin par pa mu pa dar gu dan da ze ge ting so chi ting chen bo la mendok pa nam le gar so ze mo rek som dan ching so jin je rek Sombo chick to Turjoka in lot, some day in lot Japande, Chipsy San Yamama Shajepa, but the Manyan Pasunga Javon Yambande Jidu.
The word starting with just as the previous constitutes the prayers of taking the 8 temporary vows. These 8 branches are then further divided into the 4 branches of discipline, the single branch of attentiveness, and the 3 branches of subduing discipline. At the first branch are the 4 branches of discipline which restrain one's own mind from unwholesome actions. Since these are the roots of all vows, they are known as the 4 roots. They are as follow. The first is to not kill any being. Beside not killing a human being, one should not even kill a louse or its eggs, which also belong to the realm of living beings. The second root is to not steal. Besides not stealing large possessions owned by others, one should not even steal a mouthful of food. The third root is to abandon non-celibate conduct. Besides not pursuing the meeting of males and females for enjoyment of sexual intercourse, one should not even look at one another with a lustful mind. The fourth root is to not speak lies. Besides not telling a great lie, such as falsely proclaiming oneself as having high human qualities or lying about having qualities on the bhumis in the past that one does not have, one should not even fool others jokingly while playing around. The single branch of attentiveness is to abstain from alcohol. If one does not abandon this action, one's mind will become careless. When intoxicated by alcohol, one cannot be aware of every aspect of what to do and what not to do, and one also forgets about vows one has taken. Due to this, one engages in non-virtuous actions and is therefore unable to keep any of one's vows. For this reason, one should abandon all intoxicating food and drink, such as alcohol made from fermented grain, such as wheat or barley, or alcohol made from honey, flowers, or any other fermented substances, as well as intoxicating fruit or roots. As for the 3 branches of subduing discipline, in order to refresh the recollection of one's vows, one subdues all one's activities as a lay householder and follows after the excellent conduct of bodhisattvas. Thus one engages in subduing. First, one abandons dressing up and looking attractive or applying sweet scents like camphor and sandalwood, which are applied with the intention to charm. Then one abandons adoring one's body with garlands of flowers, jewels, and so on. One abandons earrings, bracelets, and so on, which are the 3 kinds of adornment. One abandons moving one's limbs for the sake of frolic and laughter, and one vows to remain silent in various ways, which refers to abandoning the 3 kinds of entertainment: dancing, singing melodiously by elevating and lowering one's voice, and playing instruments such as string instruments or flutes. Second, one abandons eating at inappropriate times and does not consume from noon until sunrise the next day any food such as grains and fruit to quell one's hunger. One may, however, drink liquids such as water and tea to quell the pangs of thirst. Third, one abandons sitting on a high and luxury seats. This means not to sit upon any seat higher than 1 cubit and upon seats bedecked with silks and brocades or tigers and leopard skins, which are unsuitable for ordinary people. Thus, when the 3 kinds of entertainment, including dancing, and the 3 kinds of adornments, such as garlands, are considered as one branch, these are the 3 branches of subduing disciplines. Thus, thinking, I shall keep these 8 branches without corruption until sunrise tomorrow, one repeats the following.
Tengde sokju mebza shen.
Dune sochi mi cha shin.
Jinje noryang nang mebza.
Shingi noya la mi ya.
Chukpe chujang mebje jen.
Tulpe chukya mi che shin.
Zunje tsukjang mumna wo.
Zunki chikya mi wa wo.
June mangbo nyel tenpe.
Poni ma po ne tepe.
Changne yongso pama sa.
Changi yongso pa wa cha.
Chitin chimto mebza shin.
Diten chito mi cha shin.
Tebjin tama yin bese.
Deshin duma mi che yin pese.
Chedan chungwa tangne jin.
Didan tewa dani king.
Lotan karso pama sa.
Ludan kaso pa wa cha.
Yada drachong tadone.
Sita tachong tatene.
Sokju la so mebzi pa.
Sochu la so mi che pa.
Tetar sokju la so pan.
Sita sochu la po so pang.
Lami san chok nyo topyo.
Yame chang chung nyu top chok.
Dongham mang chok semchi nam.
Duga matu semche nam.
Sipen chole do war sho.
Ipe tsole doa sho. From now on, I will not kill, I will not steal the belongings of others, I will not engage in sexual activities, I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high and luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as there are rights refrains at all times for these actions, such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. From now on, I will not kill, I will not steal the belongings of others, I will not engage in sexual activities, I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainments such as song and dance. Just as there are rights refrained at all times for these actions such as taking the lives of others, I shall avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. Lexo.
Tawa tsutrum tenin tar semba sawe che don pakpa don xiaopa paror da semba chokken zongle songwa tsutrum namda ge zongde depe tu sumje jerwa setan che pa tsutrum je phungbo tham che rangju la zo parsi pa ta hunche tsutrum che we ni pa tham che tak parsi je sinche manyan bar se pa so phing da ma dan den ba ngande ji den zo.
In order to develop self-discipline to perfection, the dharani of the essence of the 6 paramitas of the noble Amokapasha Sutra mentions the numerous benefits of this dharani, such as by reciting this dharani of pure discipline, the entire accumulation of ethical discipline of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times will be brought to perfection within one's own mind stream, and all faults of one previous violation of discipline will purify, and henceforth one's discipline will not decline. Thus repeat the dharani.
Om Among Gai Shala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara
Sambara Sambara.
Bara Bara Mahashuddha
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Bambakata
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokate
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa
Umpe Svaha.
Om Amangashala
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara
Sambara Sambara.
Bara Bara Mahashuddha
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Bambakata
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokate
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa
Umpe Svaha.
Om Amangashala
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara
Sambara Sambara.
Bara Bara Mahashuddha
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Bambakata
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokate
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa
Umpe Svaha.
Mahashuddha Sadhu Mabakanda Bunda Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadopema Bambakanda Bunda Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadopema Bambakanda Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Mabakanda Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amangashala Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunza Dara Dara Saminda Avalokate Hong Pei Sofa Amanga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Ma Sadobe Mambembe Kanza Benza Dara Dara Saminta Valukute Humbezo Amanga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Ma Shida Sadobe Mambembe Dara Dara Saminta Valukute Humbezo 소화 되는 후 산촉 선바 삼배 산촉제 주바 주베제 니니섬 치니섬더 선바 잡고 몰란다발라 되네 람데와 단주바데 깔파만부 초조반제바 삼배 몰란네 송와 추첨제 파르더섬 영서 조바스바 몰란데 주든조
Furthermore, when the bodhisattvas of the past performed enlightened actions out of love, having made fervent aspiration throughout the 3 periods of the day and the 3 periods of the night, they enjoyed ease on the path. The past was applied with ease, and they completed the accumulations of many eons. Thus, one repeats the aspiration that completely perfects the paramita of discipline, which has arisen out of aspiration of love.
첨제 추첨 지미쟁
Tiki Sultim Kyume Ching,
추첨 남바라 다당된
Sultim Napa Dadanden,
롭셈미베 추첨제
Losem Mepe Sultim Ki,
추첨 파르 센조쇼
Sultim Paro Jitso Sho. Through flawless discipline in accordance with the rules of conduct, through perfectly pure discipline, and through discipline devoid of arrogance, may I carry the perfection of discipline to completion.
빵공 팍바 러럽제 샤네 소정동조 라러이용바 지바베미 남라 조와제 제 송바다 좀된데 샤르욕바 갑 란동 입지 당 제바 니네리네 송와 남자 숨첩 싹숨제 라이어드 제신 니네 중세 냠바 남자 자친 르기야 산에서 제와나 핀 빠더미 바 송신 대례장 체벌도 다와 주면 너래 강직 깔파 삼진 매차파 저와 세와만한 추제 강직 담추 랍던 직바당 들식된 방각 뻘출베제 님치든 라빠직제바 대내대회 수남 침파 송 시바다 땡바제 배체 유능부 돈바 송와 레 다다 산지 이제 땡바 탈톡바 감들 님친직도 돈바 나제 송와 핑용제신 대양산 촉제 심지 심배 돈바 핑용 남카당 첩종 미제 나 조바 산제제 공팡 토반 열라 체버 다리제 값서 상하 돌제 특바 라당 하제 남절 사모당 레와 냠솔람바 첸데 런젠제 자던 쿠제 제장고양 매체 찌독래 문장과 사자 진본 초근 우접 토바르시바 인베 가와 공공신 대답을 개와대양 용허의 제마탐나 컨트롤소 진가시게 세번주와 인베 대나게자 상촉 친분 호완대의 지든주
The glorious protector Ayanagarjuna said, "Grant the vows of sojourn to men and women alike, so that they may obtain the pleasing bodies of the gods who act as they wish." Thus, in the past, when Lord Buddha was alive, even those who kept the one-day NyungNe vows a single time with merely a selfish mind were reborn in the God realm of the 33. Since even those who have slightly transgressed the one-day NyungNe vows will be reborn in the God abodes of the 4 great kings, it is said that the benefits of taking the vows are unfathomable. Moreover, it specifically stated in the Moonlap Sutra that the merit of practicing a single precept for a single day and night during an era when the holy Dharma is being destroyed and the teachings of the Sugatas are coming to an end is far greater to making offerings to millions of Buddhas for inconceivable eons. Thus, it is of greater benefit to keep a single vow for a single day during the final times of the present Buddha's teachings than it would have been to keep vows for a long time during former times when the teachings flourished. Furthermore, the benefit of taking vows with a mind of bodhicitta are immeasurable, like space, and will lead to attainment of the state of complete Buddhahood. In particular, in the present context, by engaging this practice in relation to a deity of the secret mantra Vajrayana and the profound yogas of the Mantrayana, one will join the ranks of the Vidyadharas in this very life, and however long it may take, it will not take more than 16 lifetimes to attain the supreme siddhi of Mahamudra. Thus rejoice. However, if you do not seal such virtues in the end with dedication, they can become exhausted through various conditions such as anger. Therefore, please dedicate these roots of virtue towards great awakening by repeating the following, page 11, prayer book. By this merit may I attain omniscience, having defeated the enemies of my wrongdoings. May I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Om Soba Vashuddha Savadhamma Soba Shadavam Chanam Dong Ba Je Dong Bengan Leren Zanye Tam Che Yong Do Be Jame Kang Ba Ye Wa Dāni tōjī chīmbō rā nāmbā sāvē tōgāne ālē dāvē chīngō jē tēndō shēyēn chīmbā jē dēnē dēnjē nāmkā nē rēn chīn chē dāng chū jīn chō Mantra do din te ten ve chin ko che pe den rang to ge she ye le won chu par den la ma da do je chin bo ye me la re ye san je san sim je Ova Chindrang Yopa Joy Sanje Tam Chen Dube Go Dor Jen Zen Ben Ovani Concho Sum Je Tava Te Lo Manam Lo Sam Chalo Sam Deva Shipa Chuje Go Do Do Sem Je nan la jin ze nan ka to chop as je ba me lo som cha lo jan je ma gu kum do ka do san je wa la jin ta je jin jin do la je jin re lo som cha lo jaga nan ka yin de ye me ya zu gun ja zu yin dun so ta dan xie ran qiao lang an ni pe ri nga de wo xie lo som cha lo da ge nian ge sa le zhi be me do be da ma me zhe jia xiu zi zhong zi be lo mo nam jian qiu
Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddham. All phenomena become void. From within the state of emptiness, upon a precious ground, appears a lovely, boundless palace, complete with all the perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear the great compassionate one. Arising from a moon distraught, my heart is marked with a syllable free. From the tree at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in the space in front of me, and sit upon a moon disk resting on 1,000-petal lotus flower, which sits upon a jewel throne. Homage to the Gurus, O embodied Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the six realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the five families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the specks like Dhammakaya, emanates distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Benza Pupea Om Benza Dupea Om Benza Lokea Om Benza Gindea Om Benza Nevedea Om Benza Shada. Arabdun Jubeshabarje Kayan Dagatungu Deba Jeba Kanjaba Dabe Menda Shaji Yantana Samden Jomaji Devanam La Jaya Ran Kolo Korshin Sorvande Sanje Sancho Yeje Zon Tom Che San Chun Chodang Senjin De Dan Denje Je Dong A Kundan Chajurche Namyan De Mi Ma Je Je Dan Yun Chenpo Ne Jurje
Oh, Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue and I supplicate you to tend the will of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Om Soba Vashuddha Soba Dhamma Soba Shuddha Vam Om Shunya Tanjana Bedha Soba Emma Kuvan Sonda Zembe Duba Ye Chunam Tam Je Domba Ju Tengan Le Pema Dan Dove Chen Konya Kanve Dan Ran Sen Sheka Le Won Chu Sim Jian Tong Sen Dan De Shi Ye Pema Ne Sen Dong Ba Wa Shem Sen Je La Yan Te Le Jia Ju Dan Xia Ba Da Wen Chi Be Sa Ji San Ji San Se Nan Jin Zheng Te La Ten Ba Yi Ge Jie Ni La Pe Ma Ne Shi Dang Jie Ba Yong Je Le Da Nin Pa Ba Qin Le Re Kum Du Kar Po Lam So Jin Jiu Jie Xia Jie Ca Jia Ga Ye Jiang Yong Ma Te Ye Ten Wu Jiang Ye Ma Yong Ga Den Wu Ma Ye Ga Xin Yong Jia Wu Nong Xi Jia Jian De Ten Chu Jia Na Po Ne Jian Sam Qi Zi Chu Nian Jian De Ten Na Xie Jia Ne Ma Po Zu Du Den Ba Ni Jin Bang Gu Jie Nan Ba Sa Sa Wei So Ji Tong Bo Ni Tu Ka Ta Jia Ye Ni Be Zhang Chen Sun Ben Chu Jin Ze Yu Ben Ku Lan Zhen Ba De Yang Jie Ni Bi Bi Ma Dan Sun Be Ji Lo Ye Ba Ye Dabyo Sun Zumba O Tela Sane Gubjata Gubjo Zonin Chuji Zete Torton Sanamji Dada Jinri Dimba O Norwarin Jin Jin Changshin Gado no mayumba nere da baba yongaba kashere ji shanta yin tar je chubenze aze kapon cho yo te to kadavede Aye kabos ye potala ne chinez kordon je bojin
Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddho Om Shunyata Jnana Vajva Svabhava Atma Koham. All phenomena that are subsumed under perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient beings. The light then gathered back into the tree, which transforms into a golden lotus marked with a tree. From the tree light emanates once again in the form of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus and tree, and instantly transform into myself, appearing as noble Avalokiteshvara. My body is youthful white in color with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion, unadorned it visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at my heart. Below it the second right hand holds a crystal mala, the third in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and am wearing an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over my left breast. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart upon a moon disks a white letter Shri, whose light rays ray right Avalokiteshvara, and is retinue from the pure land of Potala.
Om Benza Gamba, Om Benza Padena, Om Benza Pipia, Om Benza Dubia, Om Benza Aloga, Om Benza Gindea, Om Benza Nevada, Om Benza Yoda.
Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Zahum Bam Ho, we merge inseparably, and my three places become marked with the syllables Om Ahum. Again light radiates from the three at my heart, which causes the five Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the four mothers holding Brahmo, the wisdom nectar, which they use to bestow empowerment directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava beyond my right ear, Amoka Siddhi behind my left ear, and Vairochana at the nape of my neck. Thus I am crowned by the lords of the five families. At my heart upon a lotus and moon is the essence of the wisdom being, the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is the samadhi being, appearing as a white letter free. From it light issues forth and purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they all transform into the great compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the tree.
Namo Rena Daya Ya Namo Jana Sankaram Berotam Baharanjaya Tathagataya Araharte Samya Sambhadaya Nama Sarvata Deve Deve Samya Sambhadeve Namaya Valokede Choraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Mahakaranakaya Teyatha Daradara Duru Ajavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Varele Melete Dendal Mapano Sova Nada Namaya Jana Sangaram Berojana Baharanja Tathangataya Araharte Samyasa Masavadan Adebe Samyo Sambudebe Namaya Valokede Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranakaya Teyantu Daradana Dara 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 Ajavada Tale Tale Pantale Bajale Kusama Kusama Varele Millete Denda Mapanoya Sova Namorena Chaya Namaya Jana Sangaram Berajana Maharanjaya Tathagataya Aharte Samya Sambhadaya Namasavada Dangadebe Adebe Samya Sambhadebe Namaya Lokede Sharaya Bodhisattva Masadoya Mahakaranakaya Eyatha Daradara Dere Dere Duru Duru Adava Dun Nale Patale Kusuma Kusuma Varele Millete Dendo Mapano Sova Namarena Daya Namaya Jana Sangaram Baradana Baharanjaya Tathangataya Araharte Samya Sambhadaya Namasavada Dangadebe Adebe Sanya Sambhidebe Namaya Lokite Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Mahakaranika Dayada Daradara Dara Dara Adavate Talitale Patale Patale Kusuma Kusuma Varele Milete Dendol Mapanaya Sova Namarana Daya Namayanjana Sunguram Berosana Aharanjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samya Sambhidaya Nama Sarva Tathagatebe Adebe Samya Sambhidebe Namaya Valokede Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranega Deyadam Daradara Daradara Yadavate Tsalitale Pratsale Pratsale Kusama Kusuma Hare Lemeletendo Mapanaya Sova Namarana Chaya Namayanjan Sangaram Berotana Maharandaya Tathagataya Arahate Samya Sambhidaya Nama Savata Tangadebe Adebe Samya Sambhidebe Namaya Valokede Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranekaya Deyada Daradara Dara 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 Adavada Talitale Pratale Pratale Kusuma Kusuma Hare Lemelete Dendal Mapanaya Sova Namarana Daya Namayajana Sangaram Berodan Baharandaya Tadagadaya Ahade Samya Sambhidaya Nama Savada Dangadebe Adebe Samya Sambhidebe Namaya Valokede Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranega Deyatha Daradara Dara Yadavade Talitale Pratale Pratale Kusuma Kusuma Hare Lemelete Napanaya Sova Deyadam Dara Dara Diri 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 Doli Doli Ba Doli Ba Kusama Kusuma Hare Lemelete Dalamanaya Deyadam Dara Dara Diri 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 Doli yen yung jawa nan she jar je te den cho ja na bo ne jin sum che zi cho ne jin te te na she ya ne mar bu zu de den ba ni yen ba ge je na ba sa zo ye so je dang bo ni da jia ye ni be zhom chen sun ben che jian zi ye ben ko lan zi ben yong jie ni be be ma dang san be zhi lu ye ba yan da jie yong sun zhen ba o te la san ne ge jia dang ge jie zang nin chu jian zi te da dong zhe san nu nie te de jin le den ba o nar we ren qin jin chang jian ge du na ma yong ba ne ra da ba be yong ge ba ge xi ri ji xiang ta jin ya wang da jie qu bian ren wo zi ge bong chu wa jie ten de rang ba mi mar bo ten zhen sha jia qin xia de hong li me jiu ba ngu bo san nong sha jia qin la re zhang li ren jiu ne se bon chu jin sa jia qin nab de om len ga ra bo san jun chu ge ce sang de a le tung zhen ne jian ke ab jin sa jia qin ne sum xin be sang le han che ye xi sun ba na han jin zhang ten ba ni me ju
Bhava Shuddha Savadhamas Bhava Shuddham. All phenomena become void. From within this state, from the Shriyat, my heart emanates a letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jewel throne and a moon disk upon which is a multicolored 8-petal lotus. At its center is the Shri, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear resembling myself. His body is useful, white in color with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion. Unadorned it is visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. He is adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and wears an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made from Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a tree transformed into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of Samadhi. In the east, Ahum transforms into blue Akshobhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, a drum transforms into yellow Ratna Sambhava, his hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, an Om transforms into white Vairochana in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an A transforms into green Amoka Siddhi with his hand in the gesture of guarding protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and the 3 places are marked with the 3 seed syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we are merged non-dually. Homage to the Gurus and embodied Buddhas, whose essence in the Vajra holder and who are the root of the 3 jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the 3 times. appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11th first one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the 5 families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dhammakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Banza Bube Aho, Om Banza Dube Aho, Om Banza Oluge Aho, Om Banza Gende Aho, Om Banza Nede Aho, Om Banza Shabda Aho.
Oh, Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by the 3 poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to tend the wheel of Dharma, holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood. I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. By visualizing it as a Buddha and offer it, may all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path to awakening, and may we realize the enlightened mind of the Sugatas of the three times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings limitless as the sky is vast become liberated. Streams of primordial wisdom nectar descend from the fingers of myself and the great compassionate one in front, filling the vase completely.
Namo Reno Toya Namaya Jana Sanguru Berotana Baharandaya Tathangataya Araharte Samyo Sambuddha Nama Sarva Tathāngatebe Ardebe Samyo Sambuddhebe Namaya Loket Yoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranaka Dayata Daradara Dara 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 Adavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Nare Elemele Tsiddendo Mapano Sova Namaranataya Namaya Jana Sagaram Baratan Maharanjaya Tathangataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Gadebe Adebe Samya Sambuddha Namaya Lokete Yoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranaka Dayata Daradara Dara 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 Adavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Vare Elemele Tsiddendo Mapanoya Sova Namaranataya Namaya Jana Sangaram Berotan Baharanjaya Tathangataya Araharte Samya Sambuddha Nama Savata Tathangatebe Ardebe Samyo Sambuddhebe Nama Lokebe Yoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranaka Dayata Daradara Dara 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 Adavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Vare Elemele Tsiddendo Mapana Sova Namaranataya Namaya Jana Sangaram Berotan Maharanjaya Tathangataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nanga Debe Debe Samya Sambuddha Namaya Loke Yaraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranaka Ayata Dara 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 Adava Tuli Tuli Pratole Pratole Kusuma Kusuma Are Elemela Tadendo Mapado So Namoranadaya Namayanjana Sangaram Berotan Maharanjaya Tathangadaya Araharte Somyo Sambuddha Namasava Tathangadebe Aradebe Samyo Sambuddha Namaya Valoke Yaraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Makaranaka Deyad Dara 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 Adavada Tali Tali Pratali Pratali Kusama Kusama Vari Elemilla Tattanda Mapanaya So Namoranadaya Namayanjana Sangaram Berotan Maharanjaya Tathangataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Namasava Tathangadebe Adebe Samya Sambuddha Namaya Valoke Sadhaya Masadoya Makaranagaya Dayata Dara Dara Dere Dere Duru Duru Adavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Vare Elemela Tattandol Mapana So Namaranadaya Namayanjana Sangaram Berotan Maharanjaya Tathangataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarva Tathangadebe Ardebe Samya Sambuddha Namaya Valoke Yoraya Bodhisattva Mahasadoya Makaranaka Deyatha Dara 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 Adavata Tali 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 Brata Kusama Kusama Vari Elemilla Tattanda Mapanaya So Namaranadaya Namayanjana Sangar San Maharanjaya Tathangataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvata Tango Debe Ardebe Samya Sambedebe Namaya Loke Shoraya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Makaranaka Ayatha Dara Dara Dere Dere Duru Duru Etevete Tole Tole Pratole Pratole Kusama Le Mele Tetendo Mapana Yeso Yadom Duru 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 Dole Dole Ba Dole Ba Kusama Kusama Varele Mele Tetendo Lamana Yeso Yadom Duru 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 Dole Dole Ba Dole Ba Kusama Kusama Varele Mele Tetendo Lamana Yeso Yadaum duru 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 duli duli ba duli ba kusuma kusuma varale mele dula mana so Yadaum duru 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 duli ba kusum dula mana so Yadaum duru 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 duli duli ba duli ba kusuma kusuma varale dula mana so Yadaum duru 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 duli duli ba me kusuma varale dula mana so Yadaum duru 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 dole dole ba kusuma kusuma varana mapana yeso epemehon mani pimehon Amani Bimore Amani Bimore Amani Bimore Amani Bimore Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera. Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money Oh, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera. Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera. Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera. Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money. Oh, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money. Money pimera, money pimera, money pimera, money pimera. Oh, money pimera, tane da jeshi, bandun jeso tem jerbe. Range Jevagelo Mahaparamo
Mendayet in front. Above my crown is Geloma Palma, who supplicates the noble one on my behalf.
Jagada aya avalokede shoraya bechashana shirena de tondara nama pukadam pabo chinese wanso geloma parmitu bashisava.
In the English language, Geloma Palma's praise to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara.
Om Jitengu Balasam La Jitena Masiva Sumjetu Loyutu Dudum Sumbetu Tepe Janjo Tepe Tubanze O Injitin Sumjengu Boncholo Sam La Dirshi Pame Kude Kumnazem O Dirshi Nawan Tae Jinsip Asayin Chujin Yado Chikungse O Sayun Siji Pime Nambarjin Chayin Rapan Chuan Masan Chu O Shari Jibo Do Toenzin Jinji Peman Chodo Zanyin Yang O Kawa Tundo Nogo Chungedin Chime Chamade O Zibi Jare Marbujin Pemen Toda Sanen Arsip O Tungo Jujin Dodo Dejin Rinchim Amba Pumani Nejim O Lumen Jubdrin Subdrin Jubjijum O Redo Papan Humayun Baka O Ninjo Du Gijin Jinan Chong Chima Meba Pimen Cholani O Tivi Ngune Pimen Dobdor Jom O Siji Karan Cholano Vete O Tuzu Jibi Rizo Shantobzim O Tibi Jinjan Sojin Parasem O Choni Suno Mambo Nyevasok Atadu Divin Juni Ganeser O Sundo Zijin Kurju Jibotum O Lujin Chode Dubon Chulejar O Siji Kundu Joy Shaye On O Tsambe Nesa Yevin Banzeb O Ngambe Junjo Loji Chidraship O Yanzo Nyeva Soyen Timbanyer O Mi Toto Chun Sule Dur O Kanji Toto Toran Lane Kup Ye Chini Ziji Ambo Yelo Sinzi Ye Tipen Chota Doja Soa Tu Na Tini Chibo Ne Pimeyin Ron Chiwanda Tamang Chia Tam Tanji Tinji Tena Na Guba Kandam Jam Jitin Gu Bolo Som Jitin Nama Siva Sumjetu Loyu Tsu Dudon Sumbetu Tepe Janju Tepe Trubanze Jitin Sumjin Gumbo Cholo Som Dirshi Pami Kude Kunanze Dirshi Nawan Tae Jinsip Asayin Chujin Yado Chikungse O Soyun Siji Pime Nambarjin O Chima Yen Rapan Chuan Masan Chu O Shari Jibo Do Toenzip O Chinji Peman Chodo Zayin Yang O Kawo Tundo Nongo Chungedin O Chime Chamade Chomenzip O Zibi Ozi Jare Marpujin O Peman Toda Sanin Arsip O Tungo Jujin Dodo Dejin O Rinchi Mamba Pumani Nejin O Lumen Chobdrin Subdrin Jabjijin O Reda Papan Humayun Baka O Nincho Du Gijin Jinan Chang O Chima Meba Pimen Cholane O Tivi Ngune Pimen Dobdran Jam Sess1 Garchen Buddhist Institute Zen Atpe Jinjong Tsojin Parasim Choni Suna Lama Bu Nima Sop Tatu Divin Yuni Gani Ser Sundar Zijin Kharju Jibadun Alujin Jode Duvon Tule Jar Sessji Kandu Drai Shaye Tsambe Nesa Ye Manze Ngambe Dudu Loji Tudurship Yanzo Nye Asaye Dimanye Mi Tudu Chu Tulu Dur Kaye Dada Toran Laneku Ye Chine Zeje Abo Ye Lasin Ye Dubin Chode Dojo Sotu Na Tine Chibo Ne Pimeyin Na Jiva Da Dhamma Jiva Tham Jitin Jitin Lana Gopakanda Yam Jitin Gu Polo Sam Na Jitin Lama Siva Sum Jitu O Loye Tsu Dudan Sambe Tu O Tepe Jancho Tepe Chubanze O Jitin Sum Jin Gubon Cholo Sam La Dirshi Pame Kude Kunanze La Dirshi Nan Tae Uji Sip O Sayen Chudin Yada Chigon Ser O Sayong Siji Pime Nambar Jim A Tijina Bentwa Mazin Chup O Shari Jibo Do Tawin Zip O Chinji Pema Chodo Sayen Yang O Ko Tundo Nungo Chingi Dim O Chime Jamade Tsumbe Zip O Zibi Zi Chiri Marbe Jim O Pimen Sota Sani Ngar Sip O Tungo Jijin Doda Denji Jim O Rinchi Mamba Puma Nine Jim O Lumen Chabdra Sabdra Jabye Jim Narita Papa Nama Yumbaka O Nicho Duve Gijin Jinancha O Chima Me Papime Cholane O Tivingune Pime Dodan Jam O Sessji Garchen Chola O Tuzu Tribe Razo Shantam Zim O Tepe Jinjong Tsojin Parasim O Choni Suna Lama Bu Nima Sop O Tatu Divin Yuni Gani Ser O Sundar Zijin Kharju Jibadun Alujin Jode Duvon Tule Jar O Sessji Kandu Drai Shaye O Tsambe Nesa Ye Manze O Ngambe Dudu Loji Tudurship O Yanzo Nye Asaye Dimanye O Mi Tudu Chu Tulu Dur O Kaye Dada Toran Laneku Ye Chine Zeje Abo Ye Lasin Ye Tube Chode Dojo Sotu Na Tine Jibo Ne Pimeyin No Jiva Da Dhamma Jiva Tham Jitin Jitin Lana Gopakanda Yam Jitin Gu Polo Sam La Jitin Lama Siva Sum Jitu O Loye Tsu Dudan Sambe Tu O Tepe Jancho Tepe Chubanze O Jitin Sum Jin Gubon Cholo Sam Lo Dirshi Pame Kude Kunanze La Dirshi Nama Tae Uji Sip O Sayen Chudin Yada Chigon Ser O Sayong Siji Pime Nambar Jim A Tijina Bentwa Mazin Chup O Shari Jibo Do Tawin Zip O Chinji Pema Chodo Sayen Yang O Ko Tundo Nungo Chingi Dim A Chime Chamade Tsumben Zip O Zibi Uzi Chiri Mabi Jim O Pimen Sota Sani Ngawar Sip O Tungo Jin Dodo Tenje Jum, Darin Chimamba Pumani Nejim, O Lumen Chubdr Subdr Jamshe Jum, O Rata Bakben Mayum Baka, O Ninja Du Gijin Jinancha, O Trimame Bapemen Cholane, O Tivingune Pimen Dobdranjam, O Sejikaran Cholano Trip. As a tripper is a shantum, a tipijin John Tojin Barrison, O Chunisono Mambo Nevoso, O Tatu Divin Juniconisir, O Sunda the Jin Korju Jabadum, O Lujin Jota Dubon Trulejar, O Sirjikon the Dresha, A Tambene Sayemande. O Ngabedrology, O Yanzone, Asoye Demone, O me to the gentle, O Kayeta the Torananeku, Yet in Ezekiel, Yelasin, Yet the Benjo the Dojo Sotu, not in the Chibone Peme. Ranchio de Tamanchio Tam, Tanjit Lana Gopakundam Ju.
Oh, my prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Maraba Mawishkanting. King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss gone. Once you crowns adorn with the Buddha boundless light, you generous as used to hungry. Ghosts you left hands adorn with a lotus, your perfume hair flushes with lighting bound up. Like red gold garlands, how your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite you smelling bodies white as a snowing coat your optic glittering. Bells you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn, you had sped like perfect lotuses, ranged on a steel lake you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You last spread discovered by antelope. High and beautified by funny wings, bracelets, anklets. You are but on a pristinely pure love. Toots on your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berries studded with fine gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime, lower realms liberated so softly. Light you dispel legend, disease you are supreme, among beings, victor of all maras. Holds golden neck and jingly beautify your feet. You for boundless static you beings in peace, dignify like elephant, graceful as one, doctrine's keeper, all accumulations, done saved from the oceans of milk and water. Men or women, if you rise each day at done, devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with his excellent pure song, recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Oh, my prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Maraba Mawishkanting. King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss gone. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generous as used to hungry. Ghost you left sons adorned with a gold lotus, Your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up like red gold garlands. Oh, your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite. You smelling bodies white as a snowing coat. Your hotly glittering pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. Your heart spread like perfect lotuses, ranged on a steel lake. You sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels are on your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your spread is covered by antelope hide, beautified by fine bracelets, anklets. You are Barona pressed in the pure lotus, and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berries studded with fine gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower realms, liberators of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. Oats gone and extending, you beautify your feet. You for boundless static, you beings in peace, dignify like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Then save her from the oceans of milky water. Men or women, if you rise each day, then devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Oh, my prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss gone. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generous as used to hungry ghost. You left sons adorned with a gold lotus. Your perfume hair flashes with lighting bound up like red gold garlands. How your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite. You smelling bodies white as a snowing coat. Your hotly glittering pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. Your heart spread like perfect lotuses, ranged on a steel lake. You sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels are on your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your spread is covered by antelope hide, beautified by fine bracelets, anklets. You are Barona pressed in the pure lotus, and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berries studded with fine gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower realms, liberators of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. Hoes gone and extending, you beautify your feet. You for boundless static, you beings in peace, dignify like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Then save her from the oceans of milky water. Men or women, if you rise each day, then devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives.
Bama Sado Samaya, Mana Polaya, Bama Sado Dinaba, Dinadu Beba, Sudu Kayoman,
Please grant your blessing that the teachings and the holders of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhicitta. Grant your blessing that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we may perfectly realize omniscient wisdom.
Om Soba Vashuddha Soba Dhamma Soba Shuddha Vamma Om Kado Chero Nupa Nam Pancho Dimbe Tormande Baba Chire Seva Ta Jarva Sibje
This toma endowed with perfect color, odor, taste, and potency, I offer to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas, and the Bodhisattvas.
Lokeshwara Saparivara Edam Balinda Kakakayaka Om Lokeshwara Saparivara Edam Balinda Kakakayaka Om Lokeshwara Saparivara Edam Balinda Kakakayaka Jajin Jiva Dhamne Thamje Rezan losa najar me padang Ninje cheshen la malag Jin rezeje tam se lane sho Sanjo sen remba che ma chi pa nam chi jerje Eba nyamba meba ya gone gonda beba sho.
In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with a clear intellect free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my samaya with generous agreement firm. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise to mudras not at a reason. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
And over Zengo La Trajam Durza Junjit Sorve Danyat Marabza Nehadar Kusam Nimbeta Shisho Jom Den Dala Gongso So Do Cho Sengo Wanjupe Tanze Mesar Nganya Tsandra Chung Su Su
By offering a bath of scented streams of nectar to the protector of Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings, may all defilement and the two kinds of obscuration of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless three kayas.
Om Bema Sado Samaya Manapalaya Bema Sado Dinoba Tijandu Me Subdu Kayo Me Baba Subdu Chayo Me Baba Anuradu Me Sarasite Me Barenza Soa Gama Sudam Me Tudam Jiran Guru Hum Ha 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 Andave Sa Dodanga Da Bimama Bima Bama Samaya Sado Wa Mane Bime Ho Danje Nam Kam Papa Yo Ye Ge Choma Sun Jube Sane Pape Durze Ye Chubze Jepsam Ta Jerje Laryan Chevurtam Barju.
Exalted Lord, please heed me. I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitation, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I committed while controlled by leisure and agitation. Om Mani Padme Hum. In the space before me, the exalted noble one, who was born from the 6 syllables, he bathes me with the nectar that flows from his fingers, which purify the 3 obscurations. The deity then dissolved into my crown. Dedication from Shantideva, The Way of the Bodhisattvas, Blue Prayer Book 61. By all the virtue I have now amassed, by composition of this book, which speaks of entry to the Bodhisattva way, may every being tread the path to Buddhahood. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their minds and bodies have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as they may linger in samsara, may their present joy know no decline, and may the taste of unsurpassed beatitude in constant and unbroken continuity. Throughout the spheres and reaches of the world, in hellish states, wherever they may be, may beings fettered there, tormented, taste the bliss and peace of Sukhavati. May those caught in freezing ice be warmed, and from the massing clouds of Bodhisattva's prayers may torrent rain in boundless streams to cool those burning in infernal fires. May forests where the leaves are blades and swords become swift groves and pleasant woodland glades, and may the trees of miracles appear, supplanting those upon the hill of Shalmali. And may the very pits of hell be sweet with fragrant pools, all perfumed with the scent of lotuses, be lovely with the cries of swan and goose, and waterfowl so pleasing to the ear. May fiery coals turn into heaps of jewels, the burning ground become a crystal floor, the crushing hills celestial abodes, adorned with offerings, the dwelling place of Buddhas. May the hail of lava, fiery stones, and weapons henceforth become a rain of blossoms. May those whose hell is to fight and wound be turned to lovers, offering the flowers. And those engulfed in fiery Vaitarani, the flesh destroyed, the bones bleached white as kunda flowers, may they, through all my merit strength, have godlike form, and sport with goddesses in Mandakini's peaceful streams. What fear is it, they ask, that grips the henchmen of the deadly Lord, their frightful vultures and Icarian crows? What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away our dreadful night? And looking skyward, they will see the shining form of Vajrapani. Then may the sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. And when they see the stinging lava flood of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once, fulfilled in bliss, they ask, how can this be? And thus the densities of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. Friends, throw away your fears and quickly gather here, for who is it who comes to banish dread, this youth with bound-up gleaming hair, this loving bodhisattva saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy? Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses, and the 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet, the rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion? Thus may those in hell cry out on seeing Manjughosha. And likewise, when through these my roots of virtue they see the joyful clouds let fall their cooling scented rain, their obscurations cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samantabhadra, may all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. And may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food. And may the famished spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the northern continent. And may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokite's hand, and bathing in it may they be refreshed and cool. And may the blind receive the sight, and may the deaf begin to hear, and woman near the time brings forth like Maya Devi free from any pain. And may the naked now be clothed, and all the hungry eat their fill, and may those parched with thirst receive pure waters and delicious drink. May the poor and destitute find wealth, the haggard and the careworn joy. May confidence relieve those in despair and bring them steadfastness and every excellence. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May those who go in dread have no more fear. May captives be unchanged and now set free. And may the weak receive the strength. May living beings help each other in kindness. May travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go. And may they gain without the need of toil the goals on which they set their hearts. May those who put to sea in boat or ship attain the ports that they desire, and may they safely come to shore in swift reunion with their kith and kin. May those who lose their way and stray in misery find fellow travelers, and safe from the threat of thieves and savage beasts, be tireless and their journey light. May children and the old, the weak, protectless, be withered in the wild and pathless wastes, and those whose minds are dulled and all who are insane have pure celestial beings as their guardians. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love. With perfect livelihood and sustenance, may they have mindfulness throughout their lives. May everyone have unrestricted wealth, just like the treasury of space, enjoying it according to the wish, without a trace of harm or enmity. May beings destitute of splendor become magnificent and bright, and those worn out by toil or drudgery acquire great beauty and perfection. May all the women in this world attain the strength of Tara, and may the lowly come to excellence, the proud and haughty lose their arrogance. And thus, by all the merit I have gained, may every being, leaving none aside, abandon all the evil ways, embracing goodness now and evermore. From bodhicitta may they never separate, and constantly engage in bodhisattva deeds, and may they be accepted as disciples by the Buddhas and turn aside from what is Mara's walk. And may these beings, each and every one, enjoy an unsurpassed longevity, living always in contentment. May the very name of death be strange to them. On every side, in all the 10 directions, may groves of wish-fulfilling trees abound, resounding with the sweetness of the teachings spoken by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattva children. And may the earth be awesome everywhere, free from boulders, cliffs, and chasms. flat and even like a level palm and smooth like lapis lazuli. And for many circles of disciples, may a multitude of bodhisattvas rise in every land, adorning them with every excellence. From birdsong and the signing of the trees, from shafts of light and from the sky itself, may living beings, each and every one, receive the constant sound of Dharma. May they come into the presence of the Buddhas and meet with bodhisattvas, offsprings of the same, with clouds of offerings unbounded. May the teachers of the world be worshipped. May kindly spirits bring the rains of time, for harvest to be rich and plentiful. May princes rule according to the truth, and may the world be blessed with all prosperity. May medicines be strong and full of virtue. May healing spells be chanted with success. May spirits of the air that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. And let no beings ever suffer pain. Let them neither ail nor languish, never doing evil. May they have no fear, nor suffer insults, and may their minds be ever free from sorrow. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha, and may its purpose be all fulfilled. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude, abandon every vagrant thought, and meditate with trained and serviceable mind. May nuns have all their wants supplied. May quarreling vindictiveness be strange to them. Let all who have embraced monastic life uphold a pure and unimpaired observance. May they feel regret when discipline is broken, and always may strive to cleanse away their faults. May they thus obtain a fortunate rebirth, wherein to undertake unfailing discipline. May the wise and learned be revered, and always be sustained by offerings. With minds suffused with purity, may their renown spread far and wide. May beings never languish in the lower realms. May pain and hardship be unknown to them. Enjoying more than godlike strength and beauty, may Buddhahood for them be swiftly gained. Again and yet again, may sentient beings make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with Buddha's unimagined bliss, may they enjoy undimmed and constant happiness. May all the bodhisattvas now fulfill the high intentions for the sake of beings, and sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them. And may the Arahats and Paryataka Buddhas at length attain the perfect happiness. And may I also, through Manjushi's kindness, reach the ground of perfect joy, and throughout the stream of all my lives embrace monastic ordination. Thus, may I abide sustained by simple ordinary fare, and in every life obtain a dwelling place in perfect solitude. Whenever I desire to gaze on him, or put to him the slightest question, may I behold the unobstructed vision of Manju Gosha, my protector. To satisfy the needs of beings dwelling in the 10 directions to the margins of the sky, may I reflect in every deed the perfect exploits of Manjushri. And now, as long as space endures, as long as there are beings to be found, may I continue likewise to remain to drive away the sorrows of the world. The pains and sorrows of all wandering beings, may they ripen wholly on myself, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas bring about the happiness of beings. May the doctrine, only remedy for suffering, the source of every bliss and happiness, be nurtured and upheld with reverence, and throughout a vast continuous of time endure. And now to Manju Gosha I prostrate, whose kindness is the wellspring of my good intent, and to my virtuous friends I also bow, whose inspiration gave me strength to grow.
Tom Jin Jin Bala Sam Salon Datar Sanje Chum Dende Tene Te Jin She Bada Chum Ba Yang Da Ba Zo Be San Ribada shabsu denba devar shiban jikin chin jivandarva kalu jirva lanami latamanam jetun ba chum den deso tene te yin shipa te dane sunam dage jundun Give Zavanam Chut Mevzava Zubata Kerab the Jim Sonam Jeternam Je Je Pevzi Zangbo Nam Je Te Thenam Je Meto Je Pa Chö Re Parntum Thong Nam Thum Pa Me Pa Te Pe Mu Pa Nam Bhagava Shirab Serja Manu Top Nam La Zeva Me Pa Sim Chin Tam Che Je Tumba Sancho Samba Nam Je Yam Pagpa Kanza Nam Je Jarb NyungNe Lende Pe Tron Cher Ton Rowa Nam Je Tep Ishi pa de me pa po pa sam je me cha pa song nam bar ta yang yin pa ku se ta wen cho me shi pa ku song pa me tu pa ta ki ma gu pa zok ta ki nye war ma gu zok mi pa ta ta man de Dong ta le nam pa cho wa phung bo na rab de cho wang khe nam ta ke dem na ya jin xi nam dam ba du pa nam xin de jie yong su dong wa ta le nam pa cho si pa le cho wa cho wo le gar wa yi xi yong su zo ne pa tam ma zong pa tar 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 zong san je chom din de nam je yi xi la ne NyungNe la ne pa la men ne yang ta pa ni jian ta la ne pa sim chin tam che la zik sa la yu pa de da ne san je chom din de nam je ke che yong tin yang ta pa nam so te me tam be chu ne to mar ge par de ge wa ta mar ge Dong zang bo chen zhe zang bo man di pa yong so zo yong so ta pa yong so san yom den de jie chu lek par song ba yang ta pan thong wa ne mi du che pa me pa nye war dun ba den thong wa la dong yu He pa nam je so so rang ge re pa sa chum din de je sung be chun dro wa la lek par tun ba yin par yong Dục be san chok tun ro a se pa men tun pa me jen du pa tang din pa yu pa jo che pa wo tek pa jen bu gen du ne lek par sho pa rik par jo chong pur sho pa tun pur sho pa tham mo jar ve u su je sa sa ve u su je pa so nam je par je shen yong yong so jong wa chen po jum pe ne se je kun de yang jin be ne se je qian bo wo san je yong din san me chap tam be chu jiang san me chap pak pe gen du san me chap san me chap la te ze ne nam para me bang san me chap nam da xin de je wa shu Om Guru Benza Nevete Aho Om Sarva Buddha Bodhisattva Bayo Benza Nevete Aho Om Karma Deva Mandala Benza Nevete Aho Om Shri Dharma Pala Benza Nevete Aho O Hariti Soha O Hariti Mahabenza Yachana Hara Har Sarva Pamba Mancham Sova O Atra Pendra Ashibi Soha Tumbala Me Sanjirimbo Jopala Me Tanjirimbo Rembala Me Gwendurimbo Jomne Kuncho Somlan Chubo.
To the precious Buddha, unsurpassed teacher, to the precious sacred Dharma, unsurpassed refuge, to the precious Sangha, unsurpassed guide, we make offering to the three rare and supreme objects of refuge.
We will return at 1 p.m. Arizona time.